All right, let's just dive right in. Today, we're not talking about building strength in the gym, pumping iron. We're talking about building it right up here in your mind. We're going to break down how to forge a truly relentless attitude, and it all starts with the single most powerful asset you've got.
And this quote, this is the fundamental truth we're starting with. Think about it. We spend so much time and energy focusing on everything from the neck down, right? But our physical potential, it's always going to have a ceiling. Your mind, though, that's a whole different ballgame. It's infinite.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If your mind is your most powerful tool, the one thing that has no built-in limit, how in the world do you actually train it? How do you prepare it to be ready for anything? Well, let's get into it. First things first, before you can even think about building a relentless mind, you need something to be relentless about. You need a target. And listen, a vague goal, that's just not going to cut it when things get tough. You need a vision, something so crystal clear and so powerful that it literally pulls you forward. Now, the process here is actually pretty simple, but don't let that fool you. It's incredibly powerful. It all starts with asking one question. Not what you think you should want or what someone else wants for you, but what do you, deep down, really want? Step 2 is crucial. You've got to write it down. Something magical happens when you put pen to paper. It forces you to be clear, and that clarity, it creates this vivid picture in your mind. That picture becomes your vision. That's your fuel.
So, you've got your vision. That's fantastic. Seriously. But let's get real for a second. The path to anything worthwhile is never going to be this clean, straight line. No way. It's messy, it's hard, and it's pretty much always under construction. And here are some of the roadblocks you are absolutely guaranteed to hit. You're going to feel discouraged. You're going to feel that passion start to fade sometimes. You are going to hear the word no over and over and over again. And you're going to have bad breaks, those moments of just pure, unfair, are you kidding me, bad luck. These aren't just what ifs, guys, they're inevitabilities on any journey that matters.
But here's the reframe. This is the crucial shift in perspective you have to make. Those bad breaks, that frustrating string of setbacks, they are not a sign to stop. In fact, more often than not, they are the darkness that comes right before the dawn. It's like the universe is testing your resolve right before your big break is about to happen. So how do you push through that messy construction zone? How do you handle those bad breaks without giving up? Well, this is where we circle right back to our core principle. It's not about how physically tough you are. It's all about how mentally prepared you are. And this lays it out perfectly. Look, we can focus on everything from the neck down, be in peak physical shape, but that has limits. There's always a wall you're going to hit. But when you switch your focus to the neck up, when you train your mind to be truly ready, you're tapping into a resource that has absolutely no ceiling, no limits. So here's the takeaway, and it's a big one. Mental readiness is the foundation for everything. Every single bit of physical training you do, every skill you learn, it's all built on top of your mental state. If your mind isn't prepared to handle the pressure, to handle the setbacks, honestly, none of the other stuff really matters. And this brings us to the mindset itself, the absolute non-negotiable ingredient you need to see any difficult journey through to the end. This is the thing that separates the people who quit from the people who win. It's what we call a relentless attitude. So let's break this down because every single word here counts. A made-up mind. What does that mean? It means you've made a decision. It's a commitment. It means you're no longer moved by how impossible something looks or how long it's taking or what other people are saying. Your belief has become stronger than all the opposition. This whole attitude is really built on a 3-part commitment you make to yourself. It's like a mantra, and it starts with this internal promise, the very bedrock of your resolve. You just decide, I am not going to stop believing. Then, armed with that belief, you turn to face the outside world. This is your external declaration. You decide, I am not going to take no for an answer. Because you realize every no you hear is just somebody's opinion. It's not your reality. And finally, the 3rd part sets the standard for your own actions, day in and day out. You commit to the daily fight because you declare, I am not going to settle for mediocrity. See, this isn't just some wishful thinking. It's the non-negotiable pursuit of that vision you put in your heart. All right, now for the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, this might be the toughest lesson in the whole process. We have to completely change how we think about failure. We're all taught to fear it, to avoid it at all costs, right? But the truth is, it's actually a requirement for success. It really is that simple. You have got to fail in order to win. There is no victory out there that doesn't have a whole backstory of failure behind it. Think about it. Missing the shot is how you learn to make the shot. Every single person who has ever achieved anything great has a long, long list of failures that paved the way. And this, right here, is the ultimate message of resilience. It's not about trying to never fall down. Because listen, you can stumble, you can fall, that's a given. It's just part of the game. The entire game is about your ability to get back up again. So I'm just going to leave you with this one thought. The next time you get knocked down, the next time you feel that discouragement creeping in, or you hear another no, just remember what we talked about, that the bad breaks usually come right before the big break is about to happen. So let me ask you, what if your next get back up is your breakthrough?